What's up, stackers? Zach Silverstacks coming to you for a video. So what you see in front of you, it's 50 ounces. And they're the Silver Eagles. You guys know that. It's the most recognizable coin in the world. I wanted to do this video because from a new perspective, look, I'm a newer stacker. I mean, I guess technically, compared to others, there's not just YouTube, people that run YouTube channels. Oop, look at that, I'm shaking the camera. I gotta get off my hands off the table. Anyway, but not just YouTube channel runners, but there's old folks out there that have thousands on thousands of ounces of silver, and maybe the older people or the older guys, a lot of them probably unloaded a lot of stuff when silver hit $50, which would probably be a smart move considering they're older and they stacked and waited and they cashed out, and now a lot of people probably didn't cash out everything, but my guess would be they hit a payday. So I guess considering, if you add them in the mix, I'm definitely a new stacker. But my point to this is that I have subscribers right now that have recently come to the channel, and they just started stacking a month ago, or they've got 18 ounces or they got 10 ounces, and they're hungry. They want a lot of silver. They've woken up to whatever's going on in the world, and maybe they've been aware of it for a long time, but they didn't really know how to hedge against it, and they found silver and they are ready to hit the ground running. That's great, because obviously my goal, I want to accumulate as much silver as possible, and I'm going to diversify, which I encourage everyone else to do as well. I'm going to get gold, but gold's not going to be as easily, I'm not going to come by it as easy as I can silver. But that being said, when I first started stacking, and you watch all the videos, when you're a new stacker, you watch all the videos, you watch all the big time channels, and you watch and you watch and you watch, and it just makes you even hungrier to want to get as much silver as possible, which is good. And I'm not downing any of these things that I've talked about, but the problem is, and luckily this didn't happen to me in as drastically as it's probably happened to others. But you spend out of your means when you're doing that, because you're scared. You want to be ready. You want to get you're thinking about a possible huge payday, wealth transfer, biggest wealth transfer of the past 200, 300 years. That's great, but don't spend out of your means. And I catch myself doing it actually quite frequently. And it's not that I'm spending out of my means to where I can't eat or I can't pay my bills, but you don't want to spend every cent that you have available to silver. Now, I can't remember who it was. I know Silverfish TV made a video about this, and I'm sure a few of the big time channels have done it as well, but I don't think that it was one of the big channels that I got the point across to me, or got the point across to me as well as they did. And essentially what he's saying is, let's say you spend all your money that you have available on silver investment, which is cool. You pay your bills, you have food, but your car breaks down. Now you have a credit card, but the point of buying into silver is to not have any debt. You're hedging against the system. So you don't want to rely on emergencies for your credit card. And as much as we all hate fiat currency, it's important to have it, in the world that we live in, because, what's going to happen is you're going to spend all your money on silver. You're going to pay $20 an ounce for it, or right now it's at $16 an ounce. You're going to buy as much silver as you can, and then your car's going to break down, and what are you going to have to do? Well, maybe you don't have a credit card. Well, you're going to have to go into your safe, and you're going to have to go sell that silver that you just paid $16 an ounce for, and you're going to get $13 an ounce for it. Especially if it's generic, you may even get lower than that. And, that you're losing money within weeks. you know, so that's not what you're in this for. And I know it's hard because you just see you just want to catch up, catch up, catch up. And that's all I wanted to do was catch up to everybody. And now that I've hit 100 ounces, it still hasn't changed much for me. You know, I know what I want to do, and I know the goals that I have. So I'm working as hard as I can on overtime to reach those goals. But, you know, I do catch myself trying to make sure that, look, you need to be saving money as well, because as much as, you know, as strongly as you believe in the beliefs that you have, we live in a fiat world, and you have to have it, or you're going to continue to lose money. You're going to buy stuff, and then you're going to sell it, and you're not going to get even close to what you paid for it. So that's one of my points. You know, just live inside your means. And when I say that, I don't mean that you can't afford it. I'm just saying, maybe don't, every purchase that you buy, maybe put away $50 to $100. Maybe you won't have an emergency, but at some point you will. Things happen that you can't control, and that's always going to be the case. So each purchase that you make, maybe put away 10% of whatever you spent. You know, that way you have another bit of currency that's building. So if you have to, you know, if you have to spend some money because something just comes up, you don't have to go, you know, sell your silver for when, you know, and basically just depleting your stack, which is going to hurt you in the long run, because once that jump hits on silver, and that's the time to sell, if you want to sell, or if you're a long time stack, you're not going to, but if you're looking to make your investment, you know, appreciate, or if you're looking to get a return from it, you're hurting yourself by limiting your stack every time that you have to, you know, pay a car bill that you overspent on silver and you don't have enough to cover. So I'm only getting on here saying this because there is a few stackers on here who have not asked for too much advice, but I know that this was I caught myself a lot trying to do this when my first couple of months, and it's not a good idea. Look, just take your time, you know, stack hard and work hard, and it'll all pay off, but don't overdo it. Because you will get there, you will get to the 1,000 ounces, you will, but you don't want to lose money in the process. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, guys, it's just thoughts I had. You know, I saw a couple videos recently where someone was saying they had to sell, you know, 10%, 25% of their stack because they didn't have any cash or any currency to go and do what they had to do. And I just never want to be in that position. So this isn't me telling you what to do. It's just my take on the situation, you know. Anyway, yeah, that's my thoughts, guys. I hope you are having a great week, and Happy New Year, by the way. And as always, please like and subscribe. And thanks for watching, guys.